Okay, welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be doing a review on the new Beats Pill. My first ever speaker, actually, my first ever portable speaker anyway, was the original Beats Pill. At the time, I'm not sure if they were owned by Apple or not. I don't think they were. So yeah, this is quite nice, almost going back to my roots. I remember literally, this is my first one I ever had. It looks slightly different to this, but I'm sure the core concept is still there. So yeah, interesting to kind of come back to this. Obviously going to be going through the specs, the price, taking you around it, giving you a listen. There isn't a whole lot to go through design wise, to be honest. It's a black pill. It's unfortunately got this almost the same kind of soft touch texture that the Bose SoundLink Max had, so it is probably going to pick up dust if you leave it on the carpet and stuff, but it is quite a nice look and feel. Just a single USB-C port on the back there in classic Apple fashion. There's literally nothing else on this, just that. Yeah, on the top we've got power. That also acts as the Bluetooth pairing button, pause and skip, and then volume. So yeah, very, very simple, not really anything to it. There is a little handle which you can take off as well. It's kind of detachable, lovely. But yeah, very simple, but you know, built for purpose, shall we say. Retails for £150 from Apple, well, from Beats website. So yeah, we're kind of on the slightly steep side for something of this size. You know, the JBL Flip kind of series is slightly lower, about 100 to 120, and the Soundcore series is lower than that still. So we are expecting good sound from this. Take you through some of the specs. There's quite a few things that's going on here. So firstly, it's got a 24-hour battery life, which is already very impressive. Also got fast charging through that USB-C port at the back, so 10 minutes of charging will get you 2 hours of battery life, which is pretty awesome. Obviously nice to just kind of plug it in for 10 minutes at the wall and then get another 2 hours if you're at a party or just outside and you need an extra pump, so that's cool. IP67 waterproof rating, so not quite as good as some of the others, but enough to get you a bow, obviously. Weighs 680 grams, so slightly less than you may expect. You know, it's not light, but it's yeah. I for some reason I remember the first one being really, really chunky, and this one feels slightly lighter. But that may just be because I was so young when I had the first one. Who knows? There is a 20-degree upward tilt on the speakers inside here. Well, and also just kind of the way the whole thing sits, so that it shoots sound more at your ears is what they're saying anyway, which is an interesting take. I suppose it's not wrong, unless of course you're lying down, in which case it's shooting it at the ceiling. But yeah, that's something interesting at the very least. USB-C audio on this as well, which is very rare. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Or definitely never actually noted as a feature, but it does mean you can play, you can almost effectively use that USB-C port as an aux. If you plug it into a laptop or an iPhone or something that's enabled like that, you can use that to actually play audio, so that's quite cool. Probably more useful if you've got an Apple product like an iPhone or a Mac or something that has that built in. I'm not sure how many other devices do, to be honest, but it is an interesting feature to have. If you've got two of these, you can use them in amplify mode, they call it, which is basically just syncing the two, or you can use them in stereo mode as a proper left and right channel. So that's quite nice to have that feature. Although at that point you are going to be spending 300 quid to get stereo mode out of, you know, I think it's probably better to just spend the 300 quid on a bigger speaker, but we won't go into that now. Can be used as a power bank, so again, that USB-C port at the back can be used for charging, so it is a very versatile USB-C port. To be fair, there is only one, but it can be used for a lot of things. We've got on the left a bespoke racetrack woofer, which supposedly makes the bass deeper, and the material it's made out of is supposed to reduce distortion. So we should just be hearing more premium sound, deeper sound as well. There's an upgraded tweeter on the right, which is yeah, just supposed to, you know, play higher notes, which means the woofer can focus on what it's supposed to do best, which is obviously the low end of things. In some speakers, especially in this size, when there is kind of limited drivers available, the woofer tends to make up some of the mids as well. So yeah, basically Beats is saying that in this case that's not happening. The woofer should literally just be doing bass, so we should be getting really deep, strong bass. There are also some upgraded magnets over the first version in here. It does say the type of magnet, but I'm not going to attempt to repeat it. I doubt anyone really cares too much anyway about the actual name, but that's obviously just stronger magnets will increase the movement of the drivers a bit more, so we're going to get higher frequency range out of it, deeper bass, all of the above. So there are some improvements over the first version, which is nice. Can be used as a speakerphone, so you can take calls with it. I believe you can also action the buttons on the top to activate Siri or voice assistant and stuff like that. And you do also get 6 months of Apple Music for free if you buy it at the moment anyway. I assume that will stay, but maybe not. But yeah, so decent little spec list there. Obviously being kind of Apple effectively, we're not getting an actual RMS power value, or not on their website anyway. There may be one further down the line when some other kind of reviewers test it, you know, but at the moment where there isn't really a listed RMS power and stuff like that. But, you know, there are some more wishy-washy, you know, kind of wishy-washy terms thrown around. But yeah, what it really matters is what it sounds like. So I'm going to do a sound test, 80% volume on royalty, and we're going to have a listen. Okie, so yeah, that was our sound test. Very nice sound coming off this, nice high volumes as well. We're getting peaking about 106 decibels right next to it, right in front of it anyway. So yeah, really nice volume, really nice sound coming off it. There's no distortion in any volume ranges or, you know, any music types that I've tested on this, absolutely none. Really nice high quality. The bass is really, really strong. I wouldn't say it's kind of vibrating, but I don't think any speaker of this size is, but it reminds you of a Bose speaker or something like that, where it's you know, it's not like JBL, which may be attempting to thump the table. This is like really high quality, really, you know, accurate, deep sound, and yeah, you know, it does what it says on the tin. It's hard to know. If I had an original Beats Pill here with me, we might be able to hear the improvement in the different materials and magnets they've used, but obviously with a, you know, 10-year difference between having them, I can't say. But I can tell you that it sounds really, really good. You know, almost every part of £150 really. You know, definitely does sound better than the JBL equivalent. Comes in a nice package as well. So yeah, you're not really missing anything here. It's kind of the case with these kind of speakers of this size nowadays. They're getting really, really good. The market's very competitive. So yeah, maybe just for that reason alone, the 150 price tag maybe slightly high, just because there's so much out there and, you know, so many new things coming out all the time. But, you know, with the fast charging and the kind of extra magnet and extra material and stuff like that that's gone into the design of these things, not extra material, but you know what I mean, extra research that's gone into the materials used, all the stuff that's gone on behind the scenes basically, where you're probably not going to get that kind of accuracy with Soundcore or something like that. So yeah, if you want like the best of the best in the size, then I think you are actually looking at it here, which is nice. You know, it's a nice tribute to the first one. They followed it up nicely, so I've got no complaints here. Happy to have been able to test it. So yeah, if you've got any comments or disagree with me on anything, obviously feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll try and reply to you all.